Let me invite now the PHR. Let us give him 3 Baricho cars. 1, 2, 3. Karibu engineer.
Thank you, Mwalimu, for inviting me here. I want to take this opportunity to welcome you all to Baricho. I always say Baricho is your home, it's your investment. Anything you see here is yours. It is you who finance this school. When you see those buildings, when you see those tents, when you see the ground, that money comes from you, and I thank you for that. I also want to thank you for being punctual very early. We are sorry we have taken a little bit of time to arrange ourselves, but I am happy to see that you are still very well settled, because I know you have carried a lot of food, and Mwalimu, you will allow us to stay a little bit longer, probably 5. Mwalimu says 4. Because we'll still talk, because I think we need a little bit of time with our boys so that we can talk to them, know how they plan to get 10.5, because you have said what you're planning. They also need to give us the feedback. Thank you very much. A lot have been said, and I have very little to say. What I needed to do first is to acknowledge the presence of our chief guest, the Regional Director of Education. We have our BOM chairman, is a new one, is Mr. Jomo. We have served with him in the board. We have Mr. Karanga, the Sub-County Director of Education. We have all the teachers. I just want to acknowledge the PAs. You know, the face of the parents is the PAs, and I want them to stand up, all of them, so that at least you can see them. Mostly, you will normally see them online. I will, you stand by classes. We start with the Form 2s. The Form 2s representatives. We have Rachel, Christine Omwoma. We have Mr. Kiogora. We have behind him Mr. Geshero. We have Rachel. We have Madam Anne Masharia, who serves as in the board also. We have Mr. Joel Wagura, serving is a new one. Then we have Mr. Yatukui. Thank you very much. Form 3s representatives. We have Mr. Dixon Bonde on the right, on the end there. We have Madam Hannah, representing 3K. We have Mr. Kemodo, 3W. We have Mr. Kereku, 3M. We have Reverend Zachary, na niwe utatuombea tukitoka. 3G. And we have our legal expert there, Mr. Sindano. Thank you very much. Form 4s, sorry. And I am class rep 3S. Form 4s, let's have them upstanding. We'll start from the back there. We have Dr. Mutinda. Is Dr. Mutinda? He's a doctor. He teaches a School of Governance in Embu. You have Madam Esther, is a nurse. We have Mr. Nyoto, is also a reverend, 4W. You have Madam Jane Minor. Jane Minor keeps me on toes, especially when things are not going right. We have Mr. Mutua. Then, do I call you doctor? Dr. Wenga. He says he wants to be a doctor. And then we have Madam Sophie and Mr. Musioka. The Form 4 peer reps, thank you. Give them one clap. These people, you have, oh, sorry, because I needed to give you a special recognition. That one is our Form 4 reps head. Mr. Doita, I've served with him in the board. He's a great mobilizer. We are working with him closely towards achieving 10.5. We are through all the programs that are in place. Thank you, Mr. Doita. Let me say that a lot have been said, and I'm happy that you are keenly listening. If you read between the lines, is that the chief principal, what he was actually saying is that he's not going to increase school fees. In short, the school fees remains 88,554. That is what he was saying, but he took a long route. You just need to say that. We are always happy when there is no increment. So thank you very much for that. Last time we discussed and we spoke about the development, and we say that probably will not have a development levy on the school fees. But there are new emerging tech trends. The issue of ICT is emerging, and it becomes part of ourselves. And when we sat down and we discussed in the board and the PA, we found it right to include it in as part of the development, so that it can be done one-off. We don't have to go through harambes. We don't have to go through, fundraisers through the class groups, and through the budget, the finance committee. The school is planning and has set aside through the budget 5 million to make sure that all the classes have ICT integration come next year, so that our children or our boys can actively and competitively compete with all the schools. Walimu has said that our biggest challenge is Murang'a High, but probably I don't think it's a big challenge, because when I was in school, Murang'a High was not where to reach where I used to be. And Mr. Mbogo knows. I was at Njiri's that time. Murang'a, we used to call it Mohai, and it used to be number 37 or something when we are number 5 or 6 nationwide. That time they used to be ranked. Now I am here as a PA chair. Murang'a High, I don't think should be a challenge. True? Thank you very much. So we, in the finance committee, we set aside 19 million shillings to finance the few projects as a part of the development project that we want to do in the school, so that we can rank high and remain on top, and also compete with the other schools. In the order of priority, and Mwalimu has probably said it, probably you may not have picked it in the right order, is that our priority number 1 is ICT integration. We set aside 5 million. The issue of water is something, if I discuss it here, you'll have tears, because I remember very well, Mwalimu, the origin of this pure water. You are not here, maybe I can tell you. When I brought my son, and he asked him, do you have any problem? And he said, no, any problem. Although he was laughing, the water is so brown. I didn't understand, because I didn't think that when we come from the highlands, we can have brown water. But the reality hit when we were presenting the new bus, and the father was there, and he was given a bowl of water to bless the bus. The water was more brown than the bus. The bus is yellow. It was the lowest moment for me. And I have really thought about it. Mwalimu can acknowledge, through Mr. Kinga, we have I've sent people here unofficially to try and help the school. Finally, through the board, it was accepted. We agreed that we are going to implement it. And if you remember, last year we discussed about it before the AGM, and we agreed that this project will be funded through the development funds, meaning it is the parent that will fund it. And I'm happy to say that that project has come through. We are happy. We are very happy. But here we have a challenge, and that challenge is because the water, as somebody has said it, is very muddy. It's very muddy. I saw the photos. I wish you could see where the water comes from. In the plains there, it's really muddy, and it is choking the system. Uh, in our discussions, you know, we have a system in place to purify the water. We agreed, probably, why can't we have borehole water, and then we'll have a system where, because the system cannot filter the water for the boys to wash their clothes. So they will still have a problem. But for drinking, that is done, sorted. So we agreed that we can have a borehole, our own borehole. One that is there is obsolete. It doesn't produce water. It doesn't, and when it produces water, it produces very brown water, worse than what we have. Rather than jeopardize the systems that we have put in place, we can do a borehole. We proposed a budget of 3 million to make it 8 million. The CBC preparation, we have children. And myself, my son is in grade 7, and probably I wish that he can come here to ride on what I've done and what you have done. We need to prepare because some of them want, you know, the arts, others are STEMs and everything. I don't think, and many of you know, there's a big challenge when you have to look for a school. So when you have a school, and Mwalimu, you'll always consider these parents when that time comes. Anybody who has put his hand in the development of this school should have a through pass, so that at least we don't have a lot of challenges looking for a school. So out of that, we set aside 5 million that will improve the fields, the music rooms and everything, and create more fields on the other side, so that at least the school is not relegated. That is 5 million. When you are coming in, there is something I am sure you have noted. There is the live hedge there is covered with mabati. It's a nice one. For me, it's a nice one. And I thought probably, and I supported the idea that we should start slow by slow. We improve the fence, and we set aside 6 million to start building the fence. Pale itatufikisha tuone shule ianze kuwa kama national school. That entails, that covers the total of 19 million that we proposed as part of the development levy that will be levied to the parents, and therefore that is why the school fees has not changed. So we maintain the development, but we specifically picked projects which you can see are focused towards academic excellence and the well-being of our boys. That makes the total school fees to 88,554. Mwalimu has said one thing, that he has a big burden of achieving 10.5, but in his speech, if you are very keen, he kept on saying that I am calling for your support. What he was not telling you is that you are the one who are going to achieve that 10.5 through him. And in that, it means through me, he threw the burden to me, and I'm throwing it to you. So I want us to pass this budget so that at least we can move on. The fees has not been increased, and so that at least we can move on. Can we have somebody to propose? Somebody. If you are convinced that that is the right thing that we want to do for our school. Anybody decide? Anybody? Nobody? Mr. Kama, full names please, so for record purposes. Your names. Gregory Kamau, class? 3? 3R. Admission number? Sorry? Gregory Kamau has proposed. Can we have a seconder? A seconder from this side. We have a parent there. Your name is? Peterson Kimani. Admission number? Admission number for your son? 12641, class? 4J. Thank you very much. 4J, 4P. Thank you, Mr. Peterson. You are now, as you go home, you can be rest assured the school fees will not be increased. We will maintain the same. And when you come to the next AGM, Mwalimu and ourselves, please put us to task. Ask us, to show you the three projects that we have proposed. As he takes the details, I want to again, because everything revolves the parents, to thank you for the many things that you have done. I want to highlight you briefly because I want you to release